It's been a crazy year for space fans, with some awesome achievements, some epic failures, and some mind-blowing discoveries. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride, because we're about to go where no one has gone before. First, we have Elon Musk's Starship, the ultimate space toy for the ultimate space boy. Starship is SpaceX's dream machine, a giant rocket that can take people and stuff to the moon, Mars, and beyond. It has two parts, a huge booster called Super Heavy, and a spaceship called Starship. Yes, that's right. Starship is both the name of the whole thing and the name of the top part. Very creative, Elon. The whole thing is 394 feet tall, which is taller than the Statue of Liberty, and it's supposed to be the most powerful rocket ever built, which is why it keeps blowing up. Being the biggest and the strongest also means being the hardest to fly. On April 20th, SpaceX tried to launch Starship from their Star base in Texas. The plan was to send both stages on a suborbital flight and land them safely in different places. Sounds easy, right? Well, not so much. Something went wrong with the engines and the steering, and Starship broke apart in mid-air over Texas.
SpaceX's Starship, the most powerful rocket ever built, took off from a launch pad on the coast of South Texas this morning. The uncrewed rocket exploded mid-air shortly after liftoff.
Oops. But don't worry, SpaceX isn't giving up. They've made more than 1,000 changes to the design of the rocket, hoping to fix the bugs and glitches that caused the explosion. One of these changes is called hot staging, which means they'll light up the engines of the upper stage before it separates from the booster. That sounds like a great idea, right? I mean, what could possibly go wrong with lighting a fire near a giant fuel tank? Well, we'll find out soon enough, because Elon Musk says they'll launch Starship again soon. And by soon, he means whenever he feels like it. Also, Elon said they would measure the mission's success by how much we can learn. And he has a lot to learn, apparently. But hey, at least Starship didn't crash onto the moon, as Luna 25 did. Yeah, sorry Russia. Next we have Euclid, the joint ESA-NASA mission that wants to measure the shape of the universe and figure out what the heck is dark matter and dark energy. You know, the stuff that makes up most of the universe, but we have no clue what it is or how it works. Euclid is a space telescope that will take pictures of billions of galaxies across more than a third of the sky and see how they're arranged and how they change over time. It will also try to answer some big questions like how did the universe begin, how will it end, and why does it look so weird? Yeah, we added the last one. Euclid took off on July 1st. It reached its orbit around a point called L2, which is like a parking spot in space where it can stay stable and cool. It's already sent back some amazing images of faraway galaxies and star clusters which look like tiny dots on a black canvas. But trust me, they are very important dots. Euclid will keep taking pictures for 6 years, hoping to find some clues about the dark side of the universe. Now we turn our attention to India's Chandrayaan 3, the third time's the charm for the country that never gives up on its lunar dreams. India has been trying to reach the moon since 2008, when it sent its first orbiter, Chandrayaan 1, which found some water on the moon's surface. That was pretty cool, but India wanted more. It wanted to land a rover on the moon's south pole, where no one has ever landed before. So it tried again in 2019 with Chandrayaan 2, but something went wrong at the last minute and the lander crashed. But India didn't give up. It tried again this year with Chandrayaan 3, and guess what? India nailed it. It landed a rover on the moon's south pole and made history as the fourth country to land on the moon, after the US, the former Soviet Union, and China, and the first to land on the south pole of the moon. The lander is named Vikram, after the founder of India's space agency, and the rover is named Pragyan, which means wisdom in Sanskrit. They will explore the lunar terrain and look for water, ice, and other resources that could be useful for future missions. India's moon landing is not just a scientific feat, it's also a political and diplomatic one. It shows India's tech skills and space ambitions. It boosts India's prestige and influence.
Well, just talking about India, it could make history today with its mission to be the first country to land on the South.
India is the first country in the world to land a spacecraft near the moon's south pole,
especially as it competes with China for dominance in Asia. And India's moon mission is also part of its vision of being a human-centric space power that can help humanity as a whole. Well, these were some of the most impressive space events from 2023, yet more thrilling projects are coming in the near future. For example, there's a mission that will take us to one of the coolest and weirdest places in our solar system, Europa. No, not the continent, the moon. The frozen moon of Jupiter may hide a liquid ocean and some alien life forms under its icy crust. The mission is called Europa Clipper, and it will launch in 2024 on a SpaceX rocket. But we can't wait that long to tell you about it, because it's too awesome and exciting. Or maybe I made a mistake. So we're making an exception and giving you a sneak peek of this ultimate space adventure from 2024. But hey, if you don't want to wait until 2024, meet JWST, the first spacecraft to orbit a planet-sized icy moon in search of alien oceans. Well, when you promote it like that, it shouldn't be hard to get funded, right? However, JWST is more than just a catchy name. It's short for Jupiter Icy Moons Explorer, and it's a European Space Agency mission that launched in April 2023. It will reach Jupiter in 2031 and explore Europa, Callisto, and Ganymede. But let me tell you a funny fact. Despite setting off more than a year earlier compared to Europa Clipper, JWST will reach Jupiter's moon a year later than its rival. Yeah, maybe it's better to wait for Europa Clipper, but hey, at least you can watch the launch of JWST right now. It's something, right? And finally, as we approach the end of 2023, we have NASA's Psyche mission, which will launch in October 2023 on a SpaceX Falcon Heavy rocket and travel to asteroid 16 Psyche, which is one of the most mysterious and intriguing objects in our solar system. Why? Because it's made of metal. Yes, you heard me right, metal. Not rock, not ice, but metal. 16 Psyche is thought to be the exposed core of a planetesimal, one of the building blocks of our solar system that never became a fully fledged planet. It is approximately 226 kilometers, comparable to the size of Massachusetts, and it's mostly composed of iron and nickel, just like the core of our Earth. But unlike Earth, Psyche has no mantle or crust to cover it up, so we can see it in all its metallic glory. 16 Psyche is also 3 times farther away from the Sun than Earth is. That means it has an extremely long year, a frigid climate, and a very dim view of the Sun. It's like living in Alaska, but worse. Much worse. The Psyche mission will study the asteroid's shape, structure, composition, magnetic field, and history. It will also try to understand how planets form and evolve, help us to learn more about the origin and value of metal asteroids, which could be useful for future exploration and mining. It will take about 5 years to reach Psyche and orbit it for about 20 months. That's longer than most marriages last these days. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and learned something new, please like, share, and subscribe for more awesome space news. We're always on the lookout for more exciting space events to explore and share with you, so stay tuned for our future videos. By the way, if you want to check out the video about India's moon mission and space program, click here. I think Russia needs to watch it as well. Just joking.